The strange, sad case of 54-year-old Terri Zinzer continued this weekend. She's the Portland area woman who the district attorney says needs mental health treatment but refuses it. And for some reason, the system does not seem to be able to force her to get help. So instead, she's racking up a series of arrests for breaking into the homes of strangers and sleeping in their beds. The latest happened around 4:30 Friday afternoon at an apartment on Northeast 17th near Northeast Broadway. Drew Doty told me his mom came home from work Friday to find a stranger in her bed.
So she unlocks the door to find a person sleeping in her bedroom under her blanket. At first she thought it was my sister, but then discovered that it was a random person, a random woman in her bed. She yelled at them to get out, then realized that it was better to just leave the apartment and call the police.
Which she did. Drew said that his mom then went back in to check on things and found the woman was hiding in a closet wearing his mother's clothes. So she left again. When the police got there, the woman, Zinzer, had barricaded herself in the bathroom. Here's Drew Doty again.
The police then battering rammed the door down and took the woman away in handcuffs. I would say it was a pretty distressing situation for everybody involved. And definitely not the kind of thing that you expect to come home to, but in Portland, it is seeming more and more commonplace.
And I think that's sad, but I gotta tell you, it definitely feels true. What's also sad is the pathetic way the justice system has failed to get Zinzer help. Take a look at her run-ins with police just this summer. On July 21st, she was cited by police for theft in Gresham, and the DA's office did not charge her with the crime. On August 13th, she was cited by police for criminal trespass, and the DA's office did not charge her with the crime. On September 12th, she broke into the home of Kelsey Smith, an act caught on home security video. At first, the DA's office said it would not charge her with the crime. Then the DA said she needed mental health help, not jail time. And later, when it became clear she was not getting either, the office then did press charges, and she was indicted last week. On September 19th, a warrant went out for her arrest after she skipped a hearing in Clackamas County that was set to figure out if she was mentally fit to proceed with a separate theft case against her there. On September 27th, she was arrested for theft and disorderly conduct and giving false information, and the DA's office did not press charges. She was released from jail. 3 days later, September 30th, she was arrested after apparently breaking into the apartment on Northeast 17th and sleeping in the mother's bed. Can you imagine coming home to that? A stranger not only in your home, but in your bed?
Definitely, everybody's a little shaken up about it. Definitely violating to have somebody come into your home and to find somebody in your bed. So we spent the night basically sanitizing the entire apartment, and now it's a matter of calling police and insurance and hoping, everything can get solved and that we can press charges and have this woman put away.
And that might be what it finally takes to get her help. Zinzer was supposed to be in court today, but sadly, instead she's being held in an isolation cell in the jail. The jailers report in court documents that she's screaming and yelling and swearing at them and pounding on the cell door and spitting all over the windows and door of the cell. Here's my opinion on this. Terri Zinzer is a sad but perfect example of the broken system. She's acting out, getting arrested, getting released, doing it all over again. She has an extensive record of charges in the criminal justice system. She was charged with 16 misdemeanors in 2018 alone, for example. That should have been a red flag that she needed help. Someone should have stepped in. And yet, as best I can tell, she did not get any help. The justice system in Multnomah County does have a mental health court, and I'm told that it's really quite good. It's focused on people who have mental health issues and committed a crime. But the people taking part in that have to agree to be in the program and have to agree to get help. And when you have someone like this who, for whatever reason, will not get help, there's just nothing for them. And I think that needs to change. There should be something in our system that flags those people early and gets them treatment one way or another. And what about the community? What about all those people who've had their lives interrupted by Terri Zinzer? Drew Doty and the others who don't feel quite as safe anymore. Who's looking out for them? What about their rights? It's awful that Terri Zinzer is in an isolation cell tonight. Lots of experts will tell you that's damaging even for people without mental illness. But I don't know where else she could be held right now. I also think it's lucky that she did not get hurt by a terrified homeowner discovering her in their bed. She's being held now finally without bail, and she's going to have a court hearing tomorrow to see if she can aid and assist in her own defense. If she can't, she'll be sent to the Oregon State Mental Hospital. But as we've told you before, that place is full, and the average wait is something like 40 days to get in, which means she'll be sitting in a jail cell waiting to get the help she so obviously needs. Well, that's my opinion. What do you think? Send me an email. You don't have to agree with me. The story is thestory@kgw.com, or call us. Our phone number is 503-226-5090. I look forward to hearing from you.